Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Today I am going to give you a complete introduction of different type of relationship in Salesforce, an in-depth exploration of master detail, lookup relationship and many to many. So let's get rolling. Different type of relationship between object in Salesforce determine how they handle data deletion, sharing, and required field in page layout. Let's review them. We have 6 different type of relationship in Salesforce. Master detail, many to many, lookup, external lookup, indirect lookup, and hierarchical. So what is master detail? So if there is a scenario that two objects needs to be tightly coupled, then we choose master detail relationship. Suppose we have an object called account and another object expense. Expense cannot reside in Salesforce within its own. That means it needs to have an account object associated with expense to exist in Salesforce. In this scenario, we choose master detail relationship. Let's see it in action. So I am logged in into Salesforce and I am navigated to setup homepage. You can navigate it to setup homepage from this setup gear icon and click on setup. Once we are in setup homepage, click on object manager and from here we navigate to expense record. So if we need to create a master detail relationship, then we need to click on field and relationship. I have already created a master detail relationship in expense object, but I want to show you how to create that one. Click on new and select master detail relationship as data type. Then click on next and choose the master object. In our case, it is account as we have already choose account, so it will not present in this list. So for the time being, we are selecting case. Click on next. Provide a meaningful field name and field label. Here, sharing setting is very important because it depends upon the master record access level. It will allow us to create, edit or delete expense record in Salesforce. So if we select read only, then if we have only read only access in account record, then we can able to easily create, edit or delete expense record associated with that account. But if we select read write, then we must have read and edit access on account record to create, edit or delete any expense record. And another thing is lookup filter. Lookup filter is suppose if you want to select only those accounts that is belong to Western region, then you can provide your filter criteria based upon that, and which when the criteria match, you can select whether it is required or optional. If the criteria match, then you can able to get the account record in the search field. Okay, so that is how this lookup filter works. Click on next, then again next. Here you can change the related list label in your account for your account object, and also you can select for which page layout, this related list should be shown. And then you can click on save. So your master detail relationship will be created. Suppose I have created a master account, and one more thing to keep in mind, that whenever we want to create a master detail relationship or lookup relationship, we always need to create the master detail relationship or lookup relationship field in child object. Then only the relationship will be defined properly. So in the child object, you always need to create the field. Please keep this in mind. Now I have created a record called master account example, and I have created an expense record for that one. Now in the related list also, you can see that expense record was created for this account. Now if you look into this expense record, you will see there is no owner record, because the sharing of this expense record for all the expense record will controlled by the account object. So that is why we don't have any owner field in master detail relationship child object. And also the deletion of this access also depend upon this account. What does that mean? Suppose we have deleted this account. We don't need this account, and we just want to delete that one. As I have earlier said, that expense record, as per our requirement, expense record cannot be present into Salesforce with on its own. It needs to be associated with a master account. So suppose we have deleted this account record, we just delete it. Delete. Now we want to check that whether this expense record will exist in the Salesforce or not if we delete the master record. Let's refresh it and see. You get the error message that this type of record does not exist in the Salesforce because master record was deleted. So what we can do, we can go into recycle bin and restore the account object. If we restore the account object, we again get the expense record automatically. So if we restore it, we'll click on this and we'll restore it. And if we refresh it, we'll get the account record as well as our child record. So we'll refresh this one. So we have got our master account example. Now if we navigate to the expense record, we are able to get the expense record as well. And one more thing, if you are not familiar with how to navigate to recycle bin, click on this 9 dot, type recycle, and you get the recycle bin option here. So that is how master detail relationship works in Salesforce. And one more thing, if we click on, if we want to create a roll up in our master detail relationship, then we can do it we can do it in our master record, not in the child record. If you go to the child record, this roll up summary field is disabled. But if we go to the account record, if we navigate to the account object, then we will able to see that our roll up field is enabled because it is a master of a child and it has a master detail relationship with expense record. So that's why the roll up field is enabled. Roll up summary field is only available for master detail relationship. It will not available for lookup relationship. So hope you understand what is master detail relationship. Now when we require lookup relationship, So suppose we have an object called book and we have another object called employee. But these two can exist in Salesforce within its own, but sometimes we want to create a relationship between book and employee. Suppose our employee, which book he has borrowed from library, we just want to keep a track of that one. So in that case, we can create a lookup. But other than book, employee can have many other details of its own. So employee can exist on its own, and big book also can exist in Salesforce on its own. For this requirement, we can use lookup relationship. So how can you create lookup relationship in the child object? In our case, it is employee. So navigate to employee object and you can search it from here also. So navigate to employee object, go click on field and relationship. We have already created the book lookup, but I will show you how we can create that one. Click on new, select lookup relationship as data type, click on next. And from here you just need to select book. So there is a difference you see. In case of master detail, we didn't get the account mm, in the in this list as we have already created the master detail relationship. But in case of lookup relationship, we can create as many lookup we want. So we can again choose book for this one and we need to click on next. Here we just provide the label name, and there is one thing called what to do if the lookup record is deleted. Because in case of master detail, I have already shown you that if the master record is deleted, then child record is also got deleted. But in case of lookup, that is not the scenario because two object record data can exist on its own. So that's why we need to choose whether we want to clear the value of this field or whether we don't allow this deletion if the record is present in the lookup. So suppose I have a book whose name is Harry Potter, and I have used that in one of my employee has borrowed that one. So I cannot delete that book from in Salesforce if that is borrowed by if it is used in any employee record. At that time, I can use don't allow deletion of the lookup relationship and clear the value. You can choose it anytime. Most of the time we generally use this one, clear the value. So as per your requirement, please choose whichever suits you between these two options. Here also you can look up a filter, then you need to click on next. And visibility control, you can do that one for different profile. And in which layout you want to add this lookup relationship and what will be the related list label. You can choose it from here. You can rename it from here itself. And once you click on save, it will be created. A lookup relationship will be created. Now suppose I have created a book here and I have created an employee record who has borrowed this book. So now employee is child of my book. Employee is a child of book. So if we delete this book, this Harry Potter, then our employee should not be got deleted. And one more thing, like in my book, in my employee object, when I created the lookup relationship, I have selected clear the value of the field. So if I delete this record, this data, so what will happen? It will not delete this record, rather it will just blank this book field. So let's see that in action. See, just this field is cleared and this record has not been deleted. So that is how lookup relationship works in Salesforce. Now let's move on to the many-to-many relationship. Sometimes we call it as a junction object as well. So in our case, we have created a case. We choose this for many-to-many relationship. We choose case record as a master, bug as a master, and case bug as a junction object, or it will be a junction object that is used for this many-to-many relationship. Now, what is many-to-many relationship? It allows each record of one object to be linked to the multiple records from another object and vice versa. So I can attach as, suppose I have a bug called bug 1. So I can attach with case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, as many as I want. And if I have a case record like case 1, I can attach it to any number of bugs. That is bug 1, bug 2, bug 3. That is how many-to-many relationship work. To establish this connection, we need a junction object in Salesforce. That is, in this case, we have created a case bug. So case bug is a custom object, bug is also a custom object, and we use case as a standard object. So how we can create that one? Just go to object manager. We have already created that one, case bug. So if we go to that object, in a junction object, we need to create two master detail relationship. So one we have created with case and another one is created with bug. So case is our first master detail relationship that we have created in this object, and bug is the second master detail. So why I am calling this one that first master detail, second master detail? Because depending upon the first master detail that you have created in your case bug object, that will control the look and feel, record ownership, and division of your case bug object. Okay, so I have created a case for this one. Suppose this is my case. I have created a case called this one, and I have created a bug for this one. Okay, now how to create a case bug? So what we can do, we can click on new, and in the layout we will get two master detail. One is case. We can search the case. We can define the search from the, as I have told you, from the lookup filter one. So I need to select this one, and from bug, whatever bug we have created, we can attach it to that one, and we can click on save. Once we click on save, we will get an object like this. Now, some most important thing of junction object is that if we delete any of the master record of this case bug object, then this record will be deleted. Suppose it is attached with this case, and if I deleted this case record, suppose I deleted this case record, then this case bug will also got deleted. If I refresh that one, then I will get an error message that the record does not exist in Salesforce. Okay, so I can retrieve that from here also, from my recycle bin. And the another main thing that is depend upon both the master detail is the sharing. So when we want to create a, in case of master detail, you have seen when we want to create a master detail, at that time we need to choose whether the sharing will be read only or read write. In this case also, we need to select that sharing setting for both the master detail. And suppose we have selected read write for both the master detail, for case as well as for bug. So what will happen for that one? Suppose for case also we select read write in this case, read write in this case, and for bug also we have selected read write. So if a user have access in case record with read and edit access and also in bug record with read and edit access, then only he will able to see this case bug record. Otherwise, he will not able to see case bug record in Salesforce. So that is how our junction object works in Salesforce. So some key point to keep in mind that standard object cannot be on detail side of a custom object in a master detail relationship. Lookup field is only present in master detail relationship. A junction object, in our case it is case bug, so it cannot be on the master side of any other master detail relationship. And we can create up to 2 master detail relationship in a object, and we can have total 25 relationship, that is lookup relationship in a object. So that is all related to today's session. Please do not forget to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.